Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. Today we're going to be playing our Kingdom of Islands series, and I think we're going to start off the episode by holding court here. This will be our first court session as the new Queen of Islands, so it'll be interesting if maybe we can sway our vassals into supporting us, because right now we have some problems brewing, I tell you. So let's go ahead and hear the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of the throne, whilst others move out for the way, so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all the movement in the chamber has ceased, all faces turned towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. Let's go ahead and gesture for the first in line to approach. My courtier, Zacharias, takes a turn, bending my ear before the assembled court. So he's an Orthodox Greek. Welcome, friend. I think he's travelled from a Byzantine Empire to come and live in Ireland with me. Glorious host, give me the honour of distributing your generous donations to the needy. I will not let you down. I suppose these jobs have to be done by somebody. He doesn't really like me, and he wants to be my High Almoner. Let's see. We do gain some court grandeur. We gain some piety, which could be nice. And he would gain some learning and some prestige. Zacharias, you have the job. I think being a person of charity right now could help me win the favour of the people and my vassals. So I do like that. So we have gained our High Almoner. There we go. Let's see. I recognise the next set of petitioners immediately. They are High Chiefess Anleif of Meath and Chieftain Alil of Ormond, a pair that are well known for their intense rivalry. Worryingly, they are not arguing with each other. Oh dear. My lord, begins High Chiefess Anleif of Meath, we have to tell you that many in your realm are intensely dissatisfied with the current tax regime. They find it to be unjustifiably extortionate. Anleif and Alil acting as one of this only indicates to me that the problem is serious. We are gaining 5.1 gold per turn. Let's see. If I lower the taxes for 5 years, we get minus 10% domain taxes. However, we might at least, they might appreciate me a bit more. So I will go ahead and lower the taxes in an effort to try and get the vassals on my side here. And lastly, the woman who approaches my throne is clearly a commoner. My lady, she begins her speech, I represent the local community of Dublin. In the last few months, our cemeteries have been plagued with the disappearance of bodies. All had been dug up and left to no trace. At first, we feared wild animals or obscure powers at work, but then your own court physician, Elbrig, was caught red-handed, hauling the dead away for her experiment. Please put a stop to this blast for me. Now, Elbrick, you are a wise woman. Oh, she's a drunk now as well, though. Oh, dear. Studying the human body is a sad necessity. I do agree there. Guards, arrest the grave robber. Or just tell her to cut it off. Dublin would gain safe cemeteries for 10 years. We do gain some popular opinion. Now, we do need the people to view us in a better way. I think I will just tell her to get it off, and then plus 25 popular opinion should help our current situation. As the last petitioner departs, various courtiers follow them out of the room, having business to attend elsewhere. Others remain, talking amongst themselves about the recent proceedings. Soon the ceremonial formality of the proceedings has dropped away entirely, with the hum and bustle of normal courtly life taking its place. My business here is done. There we go. I would say that was a successful first time at court there. Of course, our income has dropped a tad, but that's okay. Now, as one of you pointed out, now would be a good time to war Sweden, because we are ambitious. And we no longer have an alliance with Sweden. However, I think when there will be a war with Sweden, but we need to be patient, because first of all, I need to address, especially this one here, I need to address this situation. What I'm going to do, actually, they're too weak to send an ultimatum. This vassal is already only minus 33, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start swaying her. Let's start swaying Dorothy. If we can get her on my side, I think that would be beneficial, and we could weaken how many people want to join this rebellion, because we already have more rebellions being... Oh dear. Yeah, we have lots of rebellions being formed at the moment. Do we have any special decisions? We could I think our champions are okay for now. We do have 9 champions. I think we're doing okay. We don't have to do anything here. Sadly, we can't host a feast. You are at an activity already held. Let's go ahead and notify when that becomes available, because I do want to host a feast in order to, in memory of my father. There we go. I think we can now host a feast. First, though, we have a court event available. Who is this? Why would you honor that sycophant Zacharias with a position at court and not me? My son Cathal was livid. Apparently, he had been certain that the honor would befall him and no one else. You are my son and champion. In fact, I haven't had a look at my children yet. So this is my player heir son and champion. He's 25. He's Orthodox Greek. He also already has kids of his own, so that's good. And then we have my second son here. He's Orthodox Norse. Interesting. Very interesting. He doesn't have any children so far. And then my third child here is actually a giant. My third son is also Orthodox Norse. Very interesting. Got to be careful with Irish here. We're going to have to form some hybrid cultures in the future. Right. My son has 8 prowess. He's not very strong, is he? You are right, you do deserve. We could make him the master of the horse, though. So knight effectiveness is increased. We get some court grandeur. And let's see. And they get prestige. You know, you are my second son. Although you're being a bit petty, I will go ahead and give you to the position of master of the horse. Because we need friends right now, not more enemies. And I really don't want my sons to be fighting. Now, what I will do is go ahead and host a feast. Not only is this a good opportunity to dedicate this to my father in memory of him, but maybe some of our vassals will also join us and like us for this. The guests are gathered in a great hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. Let's go down here. There we go, a bit laggy there. We go ahead and look at the feast. Dorothy has attended. That's good, because we're currently trying to sway her. Plenty of my vassals have attended. Bridget hasn't, my half-sister. Neither has the vassal of Iceland. He really, really hates us. So we're going to have to keep an eye out for them. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and attend the feast in memory of my father. The other guests are laughing and chattering in the noisy hall, making it hard to focus on the gruel in front of me. I draw lines and engagements in the greasy sludge as I think of ways to counter various battle plans. Of course, my pikemen can be resisting on this side. Of course. We have very high martial, don't we? This seems like it might work on a real battlefield. So we gain pikeman insight for 5 years. Plotting out theoretical strategies has given this character ideas for how to more efficiently use their pikemen. So we gain some damage and toughness for spearmen. Not quite the same as pikemen. To think that a bowl of gruel could help expand your understanding of the martial lifestyle. There we go. That's very interesting there. Do we have any pikemen? We do. We have 1 unit of pikemen at maximum size. So that will be beneficial. Maybe after this feast we should actually go to war. However, it seems war has found us first. To the vile High Queen Scathach, may wisdom ever elude you. It seems that there is no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. The Northman army have arrived. And they want Munster. Rally the troops. Now we are at a feast. However, it seems like we're going to have to go to war. Where is Munster again? Down here. Okay. Let's go ahead and raise the men. We're probably going to have to call on our allies here. Of which we don't actually have that many, do we? We can call on Count Magnus. Where are you? 10,000 soldiers. Wait, you're my husband, right? We can call on my husband to help us. The only problem is, he's all the way over in the Byzantine Empire. So by the time he gets here, I think the war's already going to be over. So let's not go ahead and call on him. Let's see, we can call on house members. Queen Ekrad of England is our house member. She hates us, so she will not accept. What about Surrey? They have 200 soldiers. Kent would join us. They have 900 soldiers. Oh dear. I will go ahead and call them to the war, because we need all the men we can get right now. And if they're loyal to Ireland and our dynasty, then they will join us. Of course, the Queen of England not joining us, though. That's a bit of a shame there. What we could also do, if we go ahead and look at mercenaries, we could hire some mercenaries. However, for the gold we have, we could get the Wakes Guard. 1,500 men of light footmen and bowmen. Let's see. Light footmen are good in forest, tiger, and jungle. These guys are good in hills, forest, and tiger. I think the bowmen would be very good. However, is there just other bowmen we could get? These guys are already hired. The Welsh Norse Band of Morganwing. 200 gold there. I think maybe we should just recruit these mercenaries, and I think we can win the war. Let's go ahead and hire the Wakes Guard, the Anglo-Saxon Mercenary Company. They're based in Oxfordshire, so I will go ahead and hire them. Catholic and Anglo-Saxon, so I don't think that's too far from being acceptable there. If we go ahead and open this menu, we do have the Wakes Guard in Dublin ready to fight. The dilemma. The feast is dwindling down, and I find myself deep in conversation with my confident niece, High Chiefess Dorothy. She inquires about my opinion on the blessings of family, a subject she is deeply interested in herself. It's a subject that fascinates me as well. Now, we are trying to make her like us, so she would gain opinion, and we also grow closer to forming a friendship. I think friendships are incredibly valuable right now. Yeah, it's a subject that fascinates me as well. And there we go, we have indeed made a friend. You discussed subjects of profound interest to High Chiefess Dorothy at your feast in Dublin. There we go. Oh dear, to the friendless High Queen Scafak. Friendless. Ouch. That feels a bit... yeah. Of course, I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of Kent. Excellent. You didn't have to insult me, though. It's just a simple yes would have been nice enough. If we go ahead and look at our relationships, there we go. We do have some friends. High Chiefess Sarah's Spymaster. There we go. There's our vassal. And also my cousin and my brother-in-law is also my friend. Sadly, I think he's all the way in the Byzantine Empire, though. There we go. Greetings, High Queen Scafak of Ireland. Of course, I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of Surrey. Excellent. There we go. So we do have some more men joining the war here. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of High Chiefess Anlaif. So she is the Chiefess of Meath. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have had it, we seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with her. What a good evening. So we grow closer to forming a friendship with her as well, and she gains 15 opinion on me. That's nice. We could really do with some more friends. With all my guests having done fighting for the last of my meagre table scraps, it gives me great relief to watch them finally leave with loose clothing and growing bellies. Nevertheless, I am still grateful that the endeavour is over for now. Until next time, so we gain some prestige, and every guest gains 20 opinion of us for 10 years. Incredible stuff. Now, we have an army, or a war to fight. Yeah, I didn't think we would be a commander. We're fairly old. Have they spawned in yet? I think we should move our armies down to Desmond, because that's where the Vikings are likely going to be landing. In fact, there we go. A horde of disjointed pirates, landless freemen, desperate lesser children, and other assorted miscreants have joined Bourbion in his proposed assault against my holdings. Isn't this the guy we just kicked out of the British Isles as well? Or Britannia, sorry? I think so. Although the size of the force is formidable, they lack discipline or loyalty, with each scrounged mercenary focused exclusively on what they can get out of the war first and foremost. Unlike a conventional foe, it might be possible to simply deal directly with the invaders. Perhaps a bargain could be struck. Now, all of these, we can't pick this because we're arrogant and ambitious. We can't pick this for the same reasons. And also this one. So we only have one option to pick here. We'll banish these invaders, as we've always done. We're going to fight them on the battlefield. Sword to sword. Axe to axe. What better way to prove to the Irish people that I am a queen worth following? And in fact, there we go. A faction targeting us has just disbanded. So we have one less faction here to worry about. In fact, I think now we should probably sway High Chiefess Anleaf instead. If we can sway her, we can also disband this faction. Let's go north. It seems the Vikings have actually come from the north. They've outmaneuvered me there. And it seems we're going to win this battle. We should probably wait for some allies to arrive, though. To the aromatic High Queen Scafak. Oh. We have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying you taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you had treated us more fairly. You will wash. Oh dear. We already have a peasant revolt. Did you have to time it right now? Okay, I could grant for 10 years. Oh, but look at the control. Never a peasant's lot is to serve their lord. So we're going to have to deal with a peasant uprising, which... rally the troops. It's already ended. To the aromatic High Queen Scafak, may your years be short and miserable. Hopefully not as short as your war. I know when I am defeated, it seems I am left with no choice but to comply with your demands. Oh dear. What were you thinking? So be it. And a faction has disbanded. There we go. We go ahead and look here. We just have the one faction to deal with now. This one. If we can sway this vassal, we should be good. Now, we can... Petty Queen can... Wait, we have prisoners we need to check on. But you're a Petty Queen. But you're peasant... Peasant Revolt, Duchy title. Petty Queen Canake. Wait, where is this? Do you own these lands? No. I'm so confused. I will give you an offer. I will release you if you convert to Orthodoxy. I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. Right, let's go back to the war. This one, sadly, isn't going to be over as quickly. To the vile High Queen Scafak, well, the insults are flying today. I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. So we look at her now. She is now Orthodox Irish. Farewell, Canuck. Very well. I can deal with that now. We are being raided. Oh, that's over here. Okay, there's nothing we can do about that right now. It kind of is what it is. I wonder, can we catch these guys off guard whilst we wait for reinforcements? We might be able to. This could be a good opportunity here to kill some of their men whilst we outnumber them. And it does seem we have the advantage here. And we are known for our dedication to our faith as well. We are now faithful, so that's nice. We do gain victory. Let's see, we captured one of their combatants. He is as a true Norse, so we're going to go ahead and move him to the dungeons just so he can't communicate with the other war leaders or commanders. We don't want any information getting out that could help them. Hopefully we can win this battle here as well. This is a much bigger battle, and another faction has been created against us. Oh dear. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I present to you this gift as a gesture of appreciation for our lasting friendship. May our friendship blossom forever. 50 gold! Thank you. I really appreciate that. The Earldom of Durham has given rise to the Danelander Catholic popularists. Oh dear. Where is this? Ah, okay. This is over in what should be England, question mark. It's kind of on the border. Okay, we're going to have to probably deal with that in the future. It looks like we are winning this battle. So that's good. In fact, we just won the war because we have captured the leader. There we go. Let's go ahead and check the details of that battle. One of our champions was wounded, my half-brother, vassal and commander here. But we did capture the leader of their forces. So let's go ahead and enforce our demands. To the obnoxious High Queen Scafak, may your humours rot in your living body. I know when I am defeated, it seems I am left with no choice but to comply with your demands. And there we go. He lost Viking exile. He lost 500 gold. And where to, though? We should get the 500 gold. So be it. There we go. And I think he is now our prisoner. No. Let's see. You're Asa True Norse. You're a Reaver. I do wonder. Are you willing to convert to Orthodoxy? If I negotiate your release and demand conversions, he would accept. I don't have to recruit him. He can go back to where he came, but he's going to be a changed man. I will go ahead and negotiate the release there. There we go. We can negotiate an alliance. You have 800 soldiers. Member of you're my nephew. Okay, let's go ahead and negotiate an alliance there then. He is my family member. That's fine. We do have few champions as well. So what I might also... Oh, we're very low on gold though, aren't we? I was going to go on a pilgrimage because there's a small chance here we might be able to reform Orthodoxy for equal gender succession, which would be hugely valuable to us. However, we don't really have much gold now. We gained a level of fame. We are now illustrious, which is nice. But first, my son and champion has come of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards careful planning, such as Boed, can come to truly understand its uses. He now knows a lot of ways to get what he wants. Most importantly, he is highly aware of the political implications of those wants. So, what was your learning? Are you diplomatic, maybe? Diplomatic giant. I mean, a giant could be very good at diplomacy, very intimidating. He gains the trait intricate web weaver. Oh no, he intrigue was his focus. Okay, he is a master of intrigue, manipulation, and secrecy. They grow up so fast, indeed they do. To the vile High Queen Scafak, I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. And Eystein is leaving my dungeons. There we go. And we also have a new alliance as well. Betrothed can marry. Let's go ahead and send that proposal. My youngest son can now marry. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Your son Boed and my daughter and heir Giuseppa will be joined in holy matrimony. Now, I do wonder... Okay, it's not matrilineal. That's good. You're his heir. May they find strength and support in their union. I agree. Hopefully they do. I think that might help us as well. Let's go ahead and disband our armies. And what I might do, we're gaining some gold now. If we wait for some replenishment, now could be a good time to war Sweden. Because we do have those mercenaries. I want to make use of them. But first, a child of my dynasty, Borislava, the daughter of King Radu of Serbia, has given birth to a son. Since the little one is a part of my dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Let's give him a good orthodox name, Christophorus. Wow, that sounds spectacular, actually. May you grow strong and wise. There we go. Are you in my court? Unlanded at your court in Dublin. You are. So, I could educate this child then, I believe. My grandson. We shouldn't educate him yet, though, should we? He's still quite young. We don't know which way he's going to go. That's fine. Right. Let's go ahead and actually start unpinning these. My half-brother. This is me. We don't need this. And then what I'm going to do is actually pin my heir. And then I want to pin this guy because you're his heir. How old are you? You're currently 7. You are at my court as well. Okay, it seems to me you're very diplomatic. So, can I... Who is your guardian? My husband. But my husband isn't at my court. So I'm going to remove guardian. There we go. And then with you, you do have a diplomatic focus. That's good. Let's go ahead and educate child. And we need someone with good diplomacy. Oh, we don't have many, do we? My son and the master of horse. Let's go ahead and have him teach my grandson here. Although, actually, maybe I should just pick me. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick me. He is Greek. I could convert him to Irish. Teach him the way of his great-grandfathers and their great-grandfathers before them. In fact, let's go ahead and send this proposal here. There we go. And he will become my ward. I think that's very beneficial to us here. Now, how many men does Sweden have? 10,000. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't think a war with Sweden is feasible right now. At least not with their current ruler, who is 58. We might have to wait. In fact, let's go ahead and pin the King of Sweden. We're going to have to keep an eye on King Helgi here. He is my brother-in-law. If he passes, I think a good opportunity could arise, and we could take advantage of that. Now, one thing we could take advantage of is Lancaster. We don't have a truce with them. So what we could do, if we interact with them here, we can't offer vassalage, they won't accept, but we could declare war, conquer duchy, and conquer the petty kingdom of Lancaster. Let's see, they have 100 men. It would be a very easy war, in fact. Let's go ahead and do that. So I will go ahead and declare the war here. And in fact, what I'm going to do, if I go ahead and move this, say, I don't know, let's just go ahead and move it there. Can we just raise a mercenary group? Raise all men at arms here? I don't think we need the levy, do we? We can also call allies to war, but we don't need allies in this war, honestly. We have 2,500 men at arms. There we go. Let's go ahead and send them in, hopefully, to siege this. That should be fine. We're not going to catch up to them. 3 months left on the siege. Wow. And levying grounds have been constructed in Cambridgeshire. Very nice. Of course, we're focusing right now on just building in Dublin, but that helps as well. Are we still researching Banus? We are. This is going to be researched in about 2 years. Very nice. Maybe that will help us unlock feudalism as well. But as you can see, if we just raise men-at-arms, we're not having to pay gold to the levies. So that's very beneficial. Our cousin was also taken prisoner in another war. That's a shame. If we go ahead and look at this though, 10 days left on the siege. And there we go. We also took 26 gold and we have taken a prisoner. Are you in house arrest or in dungeon? Why can't I see it here? You're in house arrest, okay. I assume this background will change if she's in my dungeon. We will keep her in house arrest, even though she's a child. We'll release her after the war. Let's go ahead and siege this as well. I imagine this would actually give us the victory. It's only going to take 3 months as well. What's our army quality here? Not very high. It's progressing extremely fast, though. And another faction has been formed against us. Oh dear. This is getting chaotic. We knew it would get chaotic. And here we are. Nature and nurture. After my long tutelage of young Maximus, I was pleased to no end when he told me that he considers himself Irish. And indeed he is. There we go. Welcome, Maximus. He looks like he's looked into his ancestry and he does in fact feel he is Irish rather than Greek. That is good to know there. Of course, our son and heir is still Greek though. So we still might see the Greek-Irish form yet. We'll have to see what happens there. Court grandeur level has decreased. I wonder, should we invest some gold there? Our patriarch doesn't like us very much, does he? In fact, if we go to our royal court, I think it's time to invest some gold in leveling up all of this. So let's go ahead and upgrade to small lodgings. Guests can stay longer guest acceptance to join schemes in your court as an agent, +5. Court grandeur bonus. And courtiers and guests get completed inspiration quality, has a small chance of improvement and -5% stress gain. If we go ahead and look at the servants, we get guest recruitment cost -20%. That's nice. Personal scheme power +4, hostile scheme resistance +4, and court grandeur bonus +4. And our courtiers and guests get +2 personal scheme power and +2 hostile scheme resistance. If we go ahead and look at our food, we're going to upgrade to modest food. That gives us +4 court grandeur bonus. And our guests and courtiers get +10% stress loss. And then if we upgrade from last century fashion to outmoded fashion, we gain +2% monthly prestige, +4 court grandeur bonus, and our courtiers and guests get +0.2 prestige per month. So let's go ahead and apply this. That's going to cost us an extra 1.6 gold per month here, but I think it's worth it. And we want to be an impressive court. We're only ranked 49 in the world. We need to start improving our world standing. But let's go back to the siege. 3 weeks until this is done. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I have arrived in Dublin to pay homage to you, glorious High Queen, as a show of my loyalty. I hope my pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honour. Let's go ahead and show her in at once. There we go. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Duchess Bridget, who is soon announced and ushered before me. Of course, she is my half-sister. She kneels in deference, offering nothing but her oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. At last, I bid the Duchess arise, confirming my satisfaction and Bridget's rights to the land she rules in my stead. Serve me well, Duchess Bridget. So she gains some prestige, we gain court grandeur and prestige, and our dynasty gains some renown. Very nice. We might even be close to the next renown tier. There we go. We only need about another 300 renown and we get another dynasty legacy. Beautiful stuff. We're currently in a battle. The Battle of Kendal, we heavily outnumber then. And in fact, we just won the war. If we finish this siege, we do get 13 gold though. So let's go ahead and finish the siege. There we go. We gained some gold. Let's check the details of the battle. We did capture a prisoner. There we go. Am I leading this army? I'm not. Okay. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands. Let's see. You will seize all territory within Petty Queen Gunhilda's realm that is part of the Petty Kingdom of Lancaster. So we will go ahead and enforce. To the worthless High Queen Scathach, may your humus rot in your living body. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with demands. So be it. We will go ahead and disband our army, of course. And we have gained more land in Britannia. Of course, we are ambitious, so this does make sense. Let's go ahead and check our prisoners. We will go ahead and negotiate release here. Demand conversion. They will convert to orthodoxy. We will negotiate this. And then this guy here, he's Irish Insularist. And we go ahead and demand conversion there. That should be good. You also have claims. Earldom of West Riding. That's fine. Demand conversion. And we will release him from his court as well. Let's go ahead and unpause and just let those go through. And there we go. They should both accept that beautifully. Sadly, that's all I have time for today. If we go ahead and zoom out, we did gain some more land. Ireland is looking very nice. And because we do have that ambitious character now, I think the war with Sweden is just a matter of time. Waiting for King Helgi to die, I think. But things are looking good. We could also take this. West Francia have inherited land here again. It's looking very messy. But that's it for today. I will be back on Friday with the next episode. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.